This is Homework 4.1, Multiplication Number Stories. Today your child learned about another tool to use when solving number stories, a multiplication division diagram. It can help your child organize the information in a number story. With the information organized, your child can decide which operation, multiplication or division, will solve the problem. It gives pages to refer to on the student reference book. So for the number story, the directions are to fill in a multiplication division diagram, which is right here. Write a question for the number you will find. You can also just write the answer there if you want to. And then write the numbers that you know. Use counters or draw pictures to help you find the answer. Write the answer and the unit. And remember, the unit is what we are talking about. It's not pluses or minuses. So in this case, we'll take a look at what the unit is. Check whether your answer makes sense. So whenever we do any sort of number story, there are 3 steps that we've talked about. When doing a number story, we always want to do 3 things. We can't just try to solve it, otherwise we're going to be confused because we haven't thought about it enough yet. So the first thing we have to do is read the story. We have to read the story and understand what we read. This is where math and reading really meet, because we have to use our reading strategies in order to do our math homework. So we have to read the story and understand what we read. The second thing we have to do, we need to read the questions. We need to read the questions and think about what they are asking. Think about what they're asking. So we're reading the story and we're reading the questions and understanding. So these first couple of pieces we're really reading and understanding. So we've got to use our reading strategies when we're doing this math homework, when we're working on a number story. The third thing that we're going to do is we're going to choose how to solve the problem. These are really the key steps, because with these key steps you have a better chance of getting the correct answer. Because after you do these first 3 steps, read the story and understand it, read the questions and think about what they're asking, then choose how to solve the problem, the last step, which is where everybody really wants to start, is do the math. Then you can do the math. Only after you've done these first 3 steps can you do the math. So that's really our last step, and the step that everybody wants to do first. But we can't do this step until we've done these key pieces. So when we approach a number story, we have to approach it as though we're doing reading, because we are doing reading. We do the reading, then we can do the math. So for this first number story, let's read it. Elsa buys 5 packages of apples for the party. There are 6 apples in each package. How many apples does she have? Well, let's see. I'm going to underline my numbers in the story so I kind of know what I'm looking for here. Let's see, 5 packages. Okay, I'm going to go over to this multiplication division diagram. I see, oh, we need 5 packages, okay? And apples per package. Let's see, 6. There are 6 apples in each package. How many apples does she have? Well, that's the question mark. That's what I'm not sure of. So you can leave this blank, or you can do as the problem suggests and put a question mark there. This is what I'm trying to find. I want to know how many apples she has in all. So, I have 5 packages and 6 apples per package. Well, one way I can do this is I can draw out the packages. I can say, let's see, here's a package, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 packages, and I know I have 6 apples in each package. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just draw 6 apples in each of these packages. And then, I know I have 6 apples in each of these packages. I can count. I could add. I could count by 6s. I'm going to count by 6s. I'm going to say 6. I'll start with number 1. I'm going to say 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. So I know that the answer is 30. Now I have to think about 30 what? Is it 30 packages, 30 apples, 30 parties, 30 Elsas? What is it? Well, it must be 30 apples because it says how many apples does she have. So my unit is going to be apples. There are many different ways you could go about solving this number story. You can use counters if you want to. You could use little bags and put the counters in the bags to imagine that they were apples. However you can solve this, you can use either counters or draw pictures. Those are your choices for this problem. Does your answer make sense? Yes, my answer makes sense. Yes, the answer makes sense because it is bigger. It is bigger than the numbers I started with. Now, there really is more to it than that, but for now, if you are getting a bigger answer and that seems to make sense with these numbers, that's kind of what I want you to be thinking about for now. So, and I would like you to write a complete sentence here, please. Now, number 2, find equal groups of objects in your home or around your neighborhood. Record them on the back of this page. Examples: 3 lights on each traffic light, 12 eggs per carton. So basically, just find things in your house. Could be a box of crayons, just say how many there are, and how many is in each thing. So maybe if I'm talking about eggs per carton, I'm going to go on to the back of the page. I'll just leave it here for now. But let's say I find 3 cartons of eggs in my fridge. So I have 3 cartons, and each carton has 12 eggs each. Okay? And I'm just going to make a list of these kind of things. So that's one thing I found. 2, 3. Okay, make a list of, I don't know, 5, 6 things that you can find. Now, write a multiplication number story about one of your groups. Use the back of this paper, solve the number story. Well, again, I'm just going to use this area here. Let's use my cartons and my eggs. So, let's say my mother always keeps 3 cartons of eggs in the house. There are 12 eggs in each carton. How many eggs does my mother keep in the house? Okay? And when you go to solve your own problem, you want to think about it just like you do when you do a number story. You read your story, understand what you're saying, read your question and think about what it's asking, Then choose how you're going to do the problem. You know that this is going to be a multiplication number story, so then you're going to do the math with multiplication. And that is how you want to complete Home Link 4.1 multiplication number stories.